Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the music of the night. Join me, if you will, in a world of make-believe. And imagine a mere copy of the world we live in. But instead of rationalizing the chill down your spine as you walk to your car at night, or explaining away the sounds your parents' house makes, or blaming the shadow that you swear moved on a few too many drinks, know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that it's something hungry, angry, vengeful, greedy, or just plain evil. And it wants you. Or at least it did. Welcome, fellow warriors, hunters in the night. Count yourself amongst the elite few who refuse to look away, to believe the easy lie. Now those same monsters who look over their shoulder at night. Now those same monsters look over their shoulder at night, and they fear to see you. Because, as we all know, knowledge is power. And I hope that, like me, you also remember the dying words of a good man. With great power comes great responsibility. So as the sun sets, you hear the thrum of a tuning orchestra. The swell of violins and strings. The opening notes of the music of the night.
Dun, dun, dun!
And with me tonight, we have three of our usual compatriots. Unfortunately, our fourth is away with illness.
He's with dog.
He's with dog.
It's okay.
I have with me KC.
Hi.
Playing?
Oh, is this where I do my intro spiel?
Yes.
Do we have to take our headphones off?
No. Just like a 30-second
okay.
minute spiel about who and what you are.
What I am. I can't tell them that yet, Karnis. Backstories haven't been revealed yet. But yeah, so I'm playing kcStranger, so I am playing a woman. So she's 29 years old, has a high school degree working as an electrician. Her father is a pastor, her mom left when she was little, and she's had run-ins with spirits in the past, and currently sort of does that hand in hand with her electrical gig.
All right. I also have.
Also, her favorite band is Guns N' Roses.
I like the flavor.
Like old school, before Slash went off and did his own thing.
You're like Dean.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
A little bit. I also have with me tonight Ice9. She'll be playing Maya.
I am playing Maya Barkley. I'm going to talk like I'm Maya, unlike KC. I am 29. I live in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. I am a twin. My brother's name is Gail. I haven't known my mother since I was very young. Not entirely sure where she is. My dad's still in my life. I went to Kent State for a couple years before I dropped out, but I learned the most important thing at Kent State, and that is how to mix a killer cocktail. And so I do work as a bartender now at the Cashmere Cricket. Yeah, that's me.
And lastly, tonight we will be having bexxan.
So, I'm Dr. Karen Storm. The doctor's very important. And I know a lot of stuff about a few things. I'm not actually sure where I'm living right now. I think it's in Ohio somewhere, but I don't know. I work at the university, and I don't have my tree with me right now, and it's kind of depressing. But, things happen. I'm really knowledgeable about fairies, and some other things. But generally speaking, I'm just sad sometimes. I don't fuck the tree, okay? It's a complicated relationship. It's complicated. Bartender makes fun of me.
Oh, man.
In love.
Okay. And normally we would also have Dr. Hamfist, aka Q, with us. Unfortunately, he's not well, so send him your well wishes, and hopefully
He's with Dom.
he is with Dom. So, last week, before my computer crashed, we had, and because I'm seeing a heat spike, I'm going to do something really quick. Sorry, I just want to make a real quick change because it helped last time.
You disappeared for a second. That was very concerning.
Sorry.
I was super worried that everything was gonna go to shit again.
Nope. That was me intentionally doing that.
No, we're gonna make everything go to shit this time.
Got it.
So,
last time before we ended, I was trying to make sure Petra didn't open the door.
yes.
And I didn't open the door.
It's true.
Still working on this voice, by the way, but I'm going to
Thankfully.
try to be a little bit less uncertain
Of a
of
pussy.
myself. Exactly.
Excuse me. I don't even know what to say to that. Anyways. Yes,
The
you
word's
all
been in public commentary discourse
sort of
Oh, I forgot.
sort of met. After you sort of met, you sort of had a guy pass out on you.
No, he actually had a guy pass out. That
Maya's,
actually
did.
happened.
Maya's bar's owner, a man named Jack.
No.
No, did I change that?
Yeah, because we had Jack and Jackson.
Shit, I didn't listen far enough.
It was David.
David. Fuck. Okay.
Sorry,
You
I
were
got
close.
I
Not
literally,
really.
I literally
Kind of.
listened back through and I heard Jack and just wrote it down.
Jack and Jackson, so we went to Dave and Jackson.
Okay, Dave. All right. Anyways, the owner, Dave. I don't know why I didn't just stick with Jack because Jackson's dead.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
That happened in the first episode.
That's true.
Yes. So,
Like
you
you
found
didn't
out
watch.
that a coworker and his family were brutally murdered in their home.
I didn't know the family was also murdered.
Yes, kids and everything.
Oh, Jesus.
And
That was neglected.
Well, Maya knows. I don't know that anyone else knows. So.
No, I didn't know that.
No, my
Oh,
Dave
he
passed
totally
out.
said that.
everybody sort of helped calm the bar
I
down.
wasn't listening clearly.
And as the last patrons sort of filtered out, and Dr. Karen Storm, Petra, Maya, and this extremely large stranger and his passed out friend.
Pass out from drinking.
Yes,
Yeah, we
passed
should
out from
clarify
drinking.
that. This is a separate, also passed out person.
But he did it to himself.
Yes, it was voluntary passing out.
Voluntary, yeah.
They heard a scream.
But it
And
was
so,
not human.
No, it was human. Human and female. And instead of opening back up on that scene, let me speak to you as the audience and pretend to be a camera. We open on a house in what could be any typical suburb in the United States of America. And we zoom in through the door. The room is dark. The house is dark. And a man pours himself a glass of water and begins to walk up some stairs. We follow. And as he reaches the top, you hear a woman's voice and the shattering of a glass as it falls from the man's hand, and red sprays across the wall, and a woman screams. Fast forward back to our dear friends at the bar. You have just heard a scream. What do you do?
Wait.
So Petra had begun to open the door, and Karen warned against it. Was the last thing I believe that happened.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
I walk back to where Karen was.
I was about to roll to see if I knew. Well, no, because last time I thought it was not a human sound, because the sound you made, GM, was not female screaming, but definitely something not human screaming.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. It was
That's
attempted
okay.
to be a female voice screaming like a blood-curdling scream. But
In that
definitively human. Also, I will note, nobody asked me if it sounded human.
Well, I just assumed it sounded so unhuman that I'm like, oh, it can't possibly be human. I will not make said
Never
mistake in the
assume.
future.
Karnis, for what it's worth, I don't think it was actually as bad as Bex is currently saying.
It might just be my memory, okay?
You
I
did
don't know.
roll for something though.
I did. I rolled for something in the bar. Did I roll for something after that?
No, I think that's right where we were.
Yeah, I don't see a
Yes,
reason to roll for
you were about to... Petra was about to open the door. Karen said no.
You stopped it.
And you stopped
Yeah,
him, and that was about
okay.
it. Her, and that was about it.
Great. Because I'd
Her.
rolled about...
There, you can click on that link for screams.
I'm okay. I prefer not to blow out my headphones. But... Okay, sorry. I gotta get right back.
All right, so if we're not going outside, what do we do? It seems like you have a sort of idea of what we should be doing here.
Well, it's not necessarily an idea. It's just, I feel like if there's a great scream, you really shouldn't just, waltz out into it. We should wait a second, make sure there's nothing, interesting going on, and then try and locate the source.
Look, if you want, and at this point, I will pull out a heavy revolver that I have as my concealed carry. I'll back you up if that'll make you feel any better.
Well, that's certainly impressive. Let's just say I have a lot on my mind right now that makes me a bit more cautious than usual, as in I feel like that might not always do the trick.
And next time, we're going to talk about you bringing a concealed carry in my bar.
Yeah,
Missy.
KC,
Can I roll
that's
for intelligence
totally
to
illegal.
not do that?
Yes, you can retcon that if you want. I was about to bring up how illegal that was.
Okay.
You're drinking and you have a concealed carry.
All right, look, I retcon that and I just say I'll back you up.
Please forgive KC. He's not up to date on Ohio Revised Code.
I pretty much figure that if I ever owned a gun, I would kill myself with it before I did anything with it. So I have no idea what the laws are.
Rewind. I'm going to say essentially the same thing, but take out the part about, instead of saying that might not be enough, saying you might not be enough. Not to be offensive, but things.
No, but do you have any clue that something is really going on here? How much harm will it be to open up the door, take a look, and be ready to slam it?
I mean,
if something is wrong out there, we shouldn't just leave someone on the street. We should do something.
I mean, at least
you can all make me a wits and shit.
I don't have that.
I hate
Apparently we have wits, though.
Yeah, I've got that one.
If this were real life, I'd totally have 5 dots and shit.
Wits. Let's call it a wits composure roll.
Okay. Oh Jesus. Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2,
I got 4 successes.
6. So 4 successes and 2 for Petra and a shit ton for Maya.
Jesus.
Actually, only
4
for Maya.
That's a lot of dice. That's a
really-
lot of dice.
He picked my my strong suits.
Okay. So it's essentially a perception roll, but it's more fast thinking than your typical resolve composure. Anyways, so all of you, because you all succeeded, it was definitely human. Sounded human, sounded female, sounded distressed. There isn't any reason to believe that even the knowledge that you have, Petra, or you have, Maya, that there is anything dangerous to a group of people heading out.
Okay, well, to be fair, the reason I told you to get away from him to get away from the door is because I thought it wasn't human. Now that it is human, I'm not nearly so opposed.
That's fine.
Understandable.
That's cool.
Okay. So
There's no monster lurking, so.
All
All
right.
right, well, if you guys want to go outside, I'll do my best from behind.
Well, there's always a monster lurking, but that's another story.
Yeah,
Didn't you hear the
sounds
intro?
good.
it's true. I
Okay.
didn't hear the intro.
So you guys open the door and head out into the night. As you step onto, and I probably should have found a picture of Front Street at night. I probably could have done that, but I know you, Casey, and you, Ice, have seen it before. Imagine sort of a boardwalk next to a river. It stretches in about a mile in either direction. Lots of small shops and bars, different. There's an amphitheater down at one end. And then running through are several streets that sort of go through towards the deeper part of Cuyahoga Falls. As you guys step out, you see a woman coming towards you from the west heading east. And she's sort of, that sort of run, walk that people who have been sprinting for longer than they should be do.
Yes.
She's doing that. And she's in what looks to be a nightgown and covered in blood.
Okay. I will,
Guys, found her.
I'm gonna take off that direction as fast as I can without sacrificing my ability to pay attention to my surroundings. Sticking to open areas as much as possible.
Okay. I mean, the entire area is pretty open.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to like throw caution to the wind so much that I'm not like being alert for danger.
Makes sense.
Okay. You look around.
Running.
Petra, make me a perception check.
Yep.
Okay. So you don't notice anything to either side. You sort of listen for a moment. You don't hear anything. And you sort of begin to approach this woman.
Are the others backing me up, or are they just standing there?
I am cautiously. Do I have a cell phone on me?
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call the police.
Absolutely.
While not running in any sort of way, but keeping an eye on the situation.
It's
but
not
moving
like
towards
I'm
it.
purposely staying away, but I kind of left the bar open too, so I'm kind of like in between, like watching both.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm not going to approach all the way to her then, just close enough that I don't have to shout to talk to her.
Okay, she's moving towards you. Like,
Okay.
she's looking at you and moving towards you. And she's not close, maybe, or she's not far, maybe like 100 feet away.
Okay, well then I'll stop there and sort of like half shout, if you will. Are you okay?
She doesn't seem to respond.
Okay, at this I'll start cautiously stepping backwards, actually. Look, do you need any help?
She she looks at you and she just goes, and she starts to speak and she just sort of shakes her head in what you take to be a yes gesture, but it's very loose.
Do I get any sense from her? Is she more vacant or acting more oddly than I would expect from someone in like a mild degree of shock?
Make me a wits medicine.
I would also like to make that roll.
Sure. You're gonna make it with -2 dice since you're on the phone with the 911 operator currently.
Okay, because I'm trying to answer their questions, so I have to look at her. I'm assuming.
It's a chance roll for me.
Wits
Oh
medicine.
yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that's the fateful
I got
roll.
a 10 and a 9 on my 10.
Okay. No, Karen, she's totally in shock. Petra, you're not sure. She seems out of it at the very least.
I
Yeah.
yell out. Do I see Petra kind of backing up and
A
like?
little bit. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like-
yeah.
She's just in shock. Like, by the way, I'm still a little bit tipsy because I've had a lot of vodka, so I'm like
I
trying to like.
At this
She's just in
point,
shock. Yeah, I
I
know.
run
She's
up.
right here.
I run up to Karen and see if I can like help her with like this kind of situation happening because I know she's a little drunk. I'm like, okay, bar's probably not that important anymore, and I make sure that like she's doing that.
Okay, yeah. Between the two of you, you get the 911 operator to know exactly where you are. She tells you there's already a couple of squad cars en route, and there's been 3 or 4 calls already.
Okay.
I'd like to approach the woman at this point and start trying to soothe her and see if I can piece together, if I can get her to start speaking and start.
Well, real
Maybe-
quick.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Right.
I was gonna do something before she'd have a chance to do
Yeah,
that.
that's
probably.
fine.
Yeah. Okay, what are you doing?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go up and sort of gently try to, like, not touching if I can direct her, but otherwise I will. Just try to get her to like a bench or something.
Okay.
Just like sit her down.
I have
Heard.
a weird question, but what are you wearing?
Me?
Yes.
IRL.
Let me
Like
Red.
I said.
what's the time of year?
It's probably.
I mean, is it current time of year? Is
Late. No. Late summer, early fall.
Okay, so like probably pretty simple, just like jeans and I don't know, like random shirt, maybe like a
Okay.
jacket.
Cool. Are you wearing white?
Probably not, but no.
Okay, cool. So yeah, she grabs onto you and you sort of guide her over to a bench and sit her down. And while Karen and Maya are hammering out details with the 911 operative, she sort of looks at you and she says, I don't know where she came from. Why did she kill him? And then she sort of just starts stammering, and that's about all you get out of her.
Okay.
So, Karen, you and Maya finish up with the 911 operative. You come over and you see Petra has the woman sat down, and what do you want to... So you want to try to calm her down, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask Petra first if she said anything, kind of in a half whisper, so it's not like clearly I want to know more information, but definitely in like a is she speaking kind of way, because that kind of gives you an indication of like how shocked
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
She said something about where did she come from, but she broke down after that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to try and soothe her. I don't
Okay.
know what that role is.
That would be...
And if Karen's coming in, I'm gonna back off just so that she doesn't have too many people around her all at once.
Okay.
So I'll just sort of
That's
keep
smart.
a lookout.
I would say intelligence medicine.
Oh, weird. Okay.
If you had a specialty in psychology, you could use that, but you don't.
I don't. I have a
No.
specialty in fairy tales. Alright, hold on. Okay. It's a 9.
No,
And-
it's not that kind of.
Okay,
No.
that's fine.
2 successes.
Sure. You get her. You sort of get her to look at you, and you go through some of the typical back and forth that in your college years. You took a couple psychology classes. You know the general idea of how to get people to sort of de-escalate and de-escalate. I don't know what the hell the U was doing in there.
Just visiting.
and you sort of get her calmed down. She doesn't say much more, but she sort of stopped doing the rocking thing, and now she's just sort of breathing calmly and looking in your eyes, and then she'll just close her eyes a little bit, and she starts to slump. And you reach up and catch her a little bit and right her as she slowly leans down and almost seems to fall asleep.
Are you still on the phone with 911 by any chance?
They would have asked you, someone to stay on the line.
I mean, I'm staying on the phone, but I'm not like.
Oh, I was actually asking
talking
that in character. Can you ask them if people in shock are supposed to be asleep? I don't know if this is good.
She just fell asleep. Is there something we should do?
Make sure her. Well, you want to make sure her legs are up. You want to make sure that she's warm. Wrap her in anything warm.
Throw a jacket on her if you have it. Here.
Yep. Keep her eye on
my jacket.
Keep her eye on her breathing. Make sure that.
Is she breathing?
If she.
Yeah.
If she.
That's good.
If she starts to seizure, you make sure she can't hurt herself on anything. These are all things they would tell you.
And
Karnis, I'll use my jacket to prop her feet up. I'll try and lay her on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, prop it up on the arm thing.
Okay.
Use my jacket to cover with Maya's jacket.
You could keep my jacket.
I'm drunk.
She seems good
warm.
with jackets.
You could probably actually lift her feet up and lay her feet on the edge of the arm so that her feet are elevated, and then sort of wrap a couple jackets around her.
Only two. That's all you need.
All right, that's all we got. If she's breathing.
Karnis, I had a question. So I'm now thinking about what's going on here. Would I have any way of potentially? Would there be any kind of residue or anything that I could detect if she had interaction with the spirit of some kind?
Ooh.
Make me a. Oh man, what would this be? I'm gonna have to look at a character sheet real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Intelligence occult?
No, this is more instinctual than that.
I'm better at the non-instinctual.
Make me a. Let's say composure.
Okay.
Plus occult, and then add +2.
Okay.
Okay. As you touch her, the tattoos along her collarbones sort of begin to itch, almost. It's a familiar feeling. You've felt it a couple of times.
Wait, her tattoos itch him? Her tattoos itch Petra?
Yes, I have.
Petra's tattoos itch.
I have tattoos.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the passed out chick's tattoos were itching Petra.
That's what I thought at first. Then I remembered that I had a tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Petra's tattoos start to have this sort of cold, itchy sensation.
Ooh, cold and itchy? That sounds terrible.
You've never had anything like this aside from, the day or two after a tattoo. But then usually that was hot and itchy.
Weird.
And this is entirely different. This you felt twice before, and both times in houses that you ended up going back to after you fixed electricity. If you know what I mean.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm trying to think of a way that I can test because I want to do this quickly before help comes. Do I know something that would cause her to have a mild reaction if she was possessed?
Absolutely, and you would have it on you as well.
Okay.
Holy water.
Okay, I didn't know if I would have that on me.
You would totally have a flask of holy water on you at almost every day.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool beans. So I'm going to just sort of slyly test that.
Okay. Are you trying to avoid view from your two compatriots here?
Not particularly. I'm just trying to do so gently with respect to her.
Okay. No, that's fine. You sort of take the flask out and you sort of like you take a bottle of alcohol and shake it back and forth, and then you sort of spritz her forehead a little bit with it, because it only takes a drop, and it reacts violently enough that you would notice. Nothing
Can
happens.
I interject? What do you do? Is that a flask? Would I know that that's a flask of holy water? Would I have an idea of what's going on?
You would know
Can
it's
I
a
roll
flask.
for that?
It just
Okay.
looks like a flask.
Okay.
Outside of that, you're not sure.
What are you doing? I'm pretty sure she doesn't need any whiskey at this point. She's already asleep.
I'm just testing something. Did she give any reaction?
What
She's
could
not.
you test?
Okay. Look, I'll tell you about it later if you like. For now, it's not a concern. Nothing
It's a bit
happened, so-
concerning.
Look, I was testing to see if she was possessed, okay?
Okay, that actually makes a bit of sense. Is that holy water?
It is.
Okay, a bit weird, but less crazy, I guess.
I just decided to go for it. Knowledge is power.
I mean,
Maya, this all sounds like nonsense to you.
You see my face? You see my face? I'm watching, okay? Because I'm always watching and I'm listening, but there's a reason I didn't say anything because I have no clue what the F is going on. I'm just chilling here with the phone, wondering where the crap the cops are because I feel like we called them an eternity ago. But beyond that, I'm just absorbing.
Speaking of which, it is about now that you guys begin to hear sirens.
as I start to hear the sirens, I point at Petra and I'm like, we need to have a discussion when I'm less intoxicated.
Well played.
Works for me.
Alright, but this is still really weird.
Couple of squad cars pull up, and some folks get out, walk over to you. They start asking you what happened. Shortly after that, a ambulance shows up, and a medic runs out, starts checking on the lady. She's about 30, late 30s, early 40s, light hair, blonde, with maybe a couple of gray hairs that you can't quite tell. It just lightens her natural color. Not particularly remarkable. Plain. You get sort of a school marmy vibe. Shortly after the officers talk to you, get sort of your statements. By the way, do any of you want to omit anything?
I don't have anything to omit.
I mean, I'll omit that I was testing to see if she was possessed.
Okay, that's...
And
I'm not going to make you roll for
I
that.
actually will also omit the comment that she made. I'll just...
That I will make you roll for.
Okay,
So-
so let's actually play this then.
Okay.
What do they ask?
How long have you been here?
Just a few minutes. We called you as soon as we saw what was going on.
All right. Yeah, we got calls about 10 minutes ago. I guess she's been running from 3rd Street over by Oakwood. Do you guys did she say anything when she got here? What happened?
She indicated that she might have been accosted, and then she sort of broke down.
I'm gonna need a manipulation and butts. What's the other word? Not deception, but subterfuge. That's the word.
Hey, it's my favorite kind of role.
Okay. He just nods and sort of goes, all right. Did she, aside from that, looks like she's sort of passed out. Did you get any information out of her before you guys let her down?
Only thing I know is that she did say she. I think whoever attacked her was female.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the information.
I basically
what-
told the entire truth.
I don't know why you rolled in the first place.
Well,
Hey, you made
but-
me roll when I told mostly the truth.
Well, because I didn't give an exact quote.
No, that's true. Okay.
I slightly omitted information while saying
You
almost everything.
withheld information that could help the police.
He did. That's true. They're taking down your guys' names unless you want to give fake names.
She.
No, give them the right name. And
Okay.
I gave the police everything that they would actually find useful.
True. No, you absolutely did, but you didn't tell me that before you rolled. Though actually, the part about the victim being male, you withheld.
Oh, that's just because I didn't think about it, but that's fine.
Okay. Well, okay.
The
That's
victim being
not
male?
deception either, technically. But
Yeah, that's forgetting.
anyways,
What victim was male?
He said, "Why did she show up and kill him?"
yeah.
She did.
Oh, got it.
But only Petra Holt. did
That part. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that, but
Yeah, you guys did not hear that.
no.
And
Gals.
actually, if I remembered that, I would relay that I think there's another victim.
Oh, okay.
So, since
So-
I actually forgot, do I need to roll to remember, or can I just
No.
remember?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Okay, I would, in fact, relay that I think there was another victim.
Okay, so you really didn't withhold anything then.
No, I just omitted the exact quote, which was leading in certain directions that I think the police don't need to know about.
And he omitted why he poured water on. She omitted why she poured water on her.
I don't think the police even know that happened.
Exactly.
Go
I
ahead and spritz all the
gave
police.
him omitting that because it wasn't something that they saw or would know about.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah. No, you totally didn't need to roll for that. But anyways. So Maya, Karen,
I mean,
you guys
I know
both
I'm
give your
shit
real
at
names.
actually lying.
What?
Do you guys, Maya and Karen, do you both give your real names to the police?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's things I ask.
No,
they're gonna-
I mean, they're gonna
weird
figure it
things
out.
in
I
my
work on the
record.
street anyways, so.
Okay. The medic checks her out. He sort of lifts the nightgown a little bit and sort of reaches around and ends up cutting it off, and she's laying there a little bit of exposed, which is awkward, but part of the medical process, unfortunately. And you guys notice that she doesn't have any wounds on her anywhere. So you guys can make me an intelligence medicine check. Should you? Oh no, intelligence investigation or intelligence medicine, either.
I mean, I'm guessing that means it's somebody else's
All right.
blood, but
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to deduct that.
I don't know where mine is.
Wow, I rolled a whole bunch of 4s and no successes.
I mean, unless she's bleeding
No
without
failures,
being cut, which would be a different thing
Miracle.
entirely. And I don't think there are actually. I don't think ones count against you in.
No, they don't.
Oh, well,
So
okay.
you shouldn't be subtracting.
Except that one time, I haven't been subtracting, but like one time
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and broke my ankle.
Well, that's because you was a chance roll.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Okay. No, Maya, you should be rolling more than 2.
What? You said intelligence medicine, right?
Or intelligence investigation, which is 3.
Where is it? Where? Thanks. So 5.
Yeah. Well, no, just 3.
Oh.
Actually, if you rolled intelligence medicine, it would be 0 because you would lose 3 off of your 2
Because it's a 0?
because it's untrained. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, all of you notice that it's she's definitely it's obviously somebody else's blood on her. So she must have seen something and been very close to it at the very least.
Wait, can you say that again?
She wasn't hurt herself, so she must have seen something that sort of sent her into shock. And with the amount of blood on her, she either A, was extremely close when whatever happened, or she held like somebody who was bleeding profusely, that sort of thing.
Can she tell if it's a splatter or a soak? If she can't, it's fine. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, like none of you are forensics experts.
True.
But her, like the whole front of her nightgown was soaked, like it was pure red. So in your limited knowledge, it wouldn't seem like a splatter pattern.
Okay.
All right. As all this is happening, I'll realize that I maybe should have pressed for a certain piece of information and just sort of throw up a Hail Mary.
Okay.
Anyone know who this woman is?
Nope. I don't do it.
I'm
assuming
saying-
I
Do
don't.
you ask the police?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a presence persuasion check. You get... No, you don't. Never mind. Okay. One of the officers, one of the younger officers, sort of looks back over at you, Petra, and he sort of walks over and he goes, "I'm not sure if you know her. I guess she used to teach over at the high school. Shit, butts. Where's my thing?
Yes, but shit. That's what they do.
That's a weird name for a high school. I feel like it'd be hard to teach kids there.
Hate you. I hate you guys. Anne Haysworth was her name. We got a call from a neighbor who saw her running and screaming out of the house. I guess she didn't live too far away. Her and a boyfriend is what the neighbor said, at the very least.
Wow.
Where is he?
We're not sure. We're about to head over to the house now. 10 to the living, right? Or 10 to the living first, right?
Wait, are you saying he's dead?
No, but that's with the blood. That's kind of my thought. Sorry, it's graveyard. It's graveyard humor.
Oh, sorry. I'm not quick on that kind of humor.
I'm sorry. Anyways, you gals go and try to get home. It's gonna be a long night. I don't know that we'll find anything out tonight. If you remember anything, or if we find anything strange, we'll give you a call. Or don't feel free. Call one of the detectives or myself.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Wayne. Wayne's my name. Wayne Johnson.
Nice to meet you. And I'll flash him a smile.
I'm too drunk to notice anything.
Actually, he was not hitting on ice, and I totally did not think of that until after I said it. By the way,
is it actually Dwayne? I heard Wayne.
No, it's Wayne.
Okay.
Wayne with a W. But as soon as I said it, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yay! The Rock is a police officer.
Anyways, no, he was.
Wait, is he a nice, like, tasty milk chocolate man?
Yes, he is now.
Are you sure he's not hitting on Maya?
No, he's sitting on Petra.
Oh.
Offended.
I'm sorry. You guys
Offended.
don't know unless you make rolls. No, I'm kidding. You're all women. You totally know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, actually, I know. I super duper know.
You're like drunk, so you're like.
I look at
I was
Petra and I
going
go,
to talk to him. All right.
Anyways.
I like do that obnoxious eyebrow wiggle at Petra. Not subtly at all.
Maya feels a twinge of jealousy, but she's also too cool for that, so she like tries to pretend like The Rock loves her too.
Maya, Karen makes this weird eyebrow wiggle at you, and you feel like maybe she meant it for somebody else, but she didn't realize who she was talking to.
Honey, do we need to get you home? I think we should listen to the nice police officer, Wayne Johnson, and get you home. Can I call you an Uber?
Oh, shit. Why did I do that?
For all the right reasons.
Anyways, so the police head off. They take Anne with them in these. The paramedics take her in the ambulance, not the police. Anne, yes. The woman. Who you now know is Anne Haysworth. You also know that she lived with her boyfriend over on 3rd Street.
Do you know the boyfriend's name?
You guys do not know the boyfriend's name.
Damn.
Pretty sure Petra can find it.
By the way, I don't know if I should probably make Karen make an intelligence roll to remember any of this, but you
I got
do
the
have
important
eidetic
stuff.
memory, so
Fair.
I have the stuff that's valid
The
to
drink
me.
only makes her remember more.
well, no, I mean, I figure at the very least in the morning she'll remember, and that she lived over on 3rd Street, and she was a teacher at what you presume is Cuyahoga Falls High School, given the way the officer referred to it as the high school.
I have a question.
Yes.
You might, I don't know if you have to whisper this to me or anything, but my student, the whole thing that happened there,
Yes.
do I have more information, or did she tell me the name or where it happened or anything?
You have a name. I will whisper to that unless you just want me to tell you.
I don't care.
Okay,
Whatever
I'll just tell you.
floats your boat.
I just wrote it down.
Oh yeah, pen and paper.
Your student was a young lady named Ash Burns, or Ashley Burns, and her aunt's name is Melinda.
Okay.
You presume of the same last name, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
As to where it happened, you aren't 100% sure.
Okay.
You could, however, find out where Ashley lives if you wanted to.
But that wouldn't help me find her aunt.
Well, no, but it would give you a general vicinity to look.
But I have no idea if the aunt lives anywhere near her. That is
she said
very
that it happened.
presumptuous of me.
Oh, you know what? Make me just a raw intelligence check.
1-8.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. She mentioned, she mentioned that it happened yesterday, so you figure she had to be close for her to hear about it that quickly.
How big is the town that I live in?
Well, you don't work in Cuyahoga Falls. Cuyahoga Falls is small, but you work at Tri-C, which covers most of the greater Northeastern Ohio area.
So that's not helpful for me.
It is. It means she probably lives within an hour, 2-hour drive, which is pretty close, all things considered.
I'm like half not listening to this because I feel like I'm not supposed to know it, right?
It's not super
Your
helpful.
character does not know
to
it,
even
no.
me.
Good.
So okay.
You have information. You could dig for more if you so wish.
Well, I can't right now because I'm super drunk, but
No.
I will try to remind myself to do that later. I'll
Okay.
text it to myself or something.
I will remind you because you have eidetic memory. Anyway.
Okay. Yay!
So speaking of which, I want to take stock of my own level of inebriation. How am I doing here?
I don't know. Hold on. What's your
roll
stamina? You have a 3 stamina?
2.
2? You feel good.
Okay.
Wait, what kind of good?
Like, slightly buzzed, but level.
But like safe to drive, kind of.
Probably not.
You feel you are more than safe to drive.
Okay. So I'll look over at Karen. Say, Karen, do you need a ride home?
That'd be fantastic.
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 Come with me.
Come with me to my white labelless van.
Actually, no. So I said that as a joke in chat, but then I remembered we already decided what I have. So, So first of all, is there any interaction that happens between the three of us before Karen and I take off? Because I need to narrate the car that Karen sees.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to make sure that Maya's okay to go home for the night, and if she needs anything.
I'm good. I'm close to here.
Do you want us to wait and we'll go with you? Well, not with you, but together. Yes.
I feel like I'm chill. I gotta go lock up, close up, and then I'll find my way home. You guys go.
I will stubbornly wait outside the door.
Maya, make me a perception check. So that's going to be composure resolve. As you're sort of looking around and Karen's chatting with you, you look over, and a bit of a couple of passerbys have stopped. You recognize one of them, and as you look at him, he sort of waves at you.
Who is it?
It's Luca.
Yay! Luca!
And as he sort of waves, he sort of starts to walk past. He sort of ducks around a police officer to get to you guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Chica, what's going on?
I don't even really know what happened. I was on the phone with the cops, and there was blood, and
Yeah, I heard it on the scanner.
There's a
You'll
lot
do
of
that
blood.
again.
You know I do.
Yeah.
Who are your friends?
Oh, this is Petra and Karen. They're regulars.
Ah,
Small wave.
Luca Kendrick. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
Handshake.
Can I walk you home, Maya? Are you gonna be okay?
I gotta go close up
You
the
should
bar.
definitely walk her home.
What's she saying? That's what great minds think alike. Like, Luca, why don't you walk back to the bar with me? I have to close up. You wanna take a stroll?
Sounds good. Be careful tonight, Carols. There's something out. I don't know what it is.
I look at him a bit. You know something?
I'm not here. Maybe another time when I meet you.
That's fair. You think
You
there'll be
said
another
Petra
time?
is your name?
Petra Schweinsteiger. And I
Petra.
pull out my hand.
He'll shake it.
I look
wait,
at
I
him.
already did that, so I won't do that again. But I'll.
Oh yeah, that's a very good
I already
point.
shook hands, so I'll just.
I'm assuming-
I'll nod. That's what I'll do.
I'm assuming I'm standing close enough to them that I can hear this conversation.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Probably,
This is
yeah.
what I'll do.
Okay,
I'll
'cause I
give
was
him a
talking to them.
business card.
Okay.
Nice. Classic.
He
Never
takes
need
it.
any electric.
I'll look at him as well and say, I better be included in that conversation.
I mean, if you like, I run a gaming store just down the street. You guys know where State Road is? I take it. You both
Sure. I have no idea.
They'll be back in. We'll catch up sometime, Luca. She'll be back
Sure.
in.
Tomorrow, because do you want me to let you in on a secret?
Oh,
Karen. Oh,
She's not the first one.
I'll back
Oh,
slightly.
okay.
I mean-
Karen.
If you know something, I have to know. It's unacceptable for me to not know.
Petra, maybe we need to make sure she gets home. I'm on it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Also, if he holds out his hand to shake my hand, I refuse it.
He wouldn't unless you held your hand out first.
I don't offer my hand.
Perhaps the four of us should, or the five of us. No, the four of us, because at this point, Obadiah has carried off his companion.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps the four of us should meet again tomorrow. Do you work tomorrow night, Maya?
I do. I don't have the long shift, but I do work tomorrow.
Okay. My shop closes at midnight. Why don't you all come by?
Why don't you guys come by the bar around closing time, and then I'll show you where Luke is at.
I will refrain from that.
Let's both get a good night's sleep. And sounds good.
Sounds wonderful.
All right. Petra, nice to meet you. Karen, have a good night. And Maya, let's close up the bar. What does it sound like?
Yeah, hopefully I really want to check it out because I kind of like left it open when we ran out here.
Yeah, makes sense. It seemed kind of sudden.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, do you need to talk about your vehicle, Petra?
Well, of course, but I figured we'd get to that in due time.
Yeah.
Before that, good night, Luca. Pleasure to meet you.
Right.
Okay, so do I need to
Good
carry
night.
Karen home, or can she walk?
I can stumble.
I don't know. I think you need to make
Just
a
like one
Constitution
arm
check.
over, I'll be fine.
I mean, because I plan
Just
to
hold this half of my body. It'll be great.
No, hold on. Constitution and
Oh, I'm currently bringing up that song. I need that as the backdrop to this.
Constitution and
Where are you, Fun? I have you on my computer somewhere.
Am I rolling this?
I'm sorry, stamina, because Constitution isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, wait. Am I rolling this roll?
You are. So let's say stamina, composure.
Okay. Two successes.
Okay, yeah. No, Petra, you totally don't have to carry Karen. She's
Okay, I'll turn off my song now then.
very obviously drunk, but you know, she can walk herself.
Okay. So yeah. So I don't know where I'd be parked exactly relative, but you know.
There's a couple different places. You could be parked on either of the main streets, a couple different parking lots, down behind the bar. It's just your pick.
Okay, so let's say I'm behind the bar, you know. So we walk around, we round a corner, and you see a car that looks a lot like this, except not as nice.
Is this what I think it is? It totally is!
You are Dean.
Except just a bit less nice.
Yeah, I totally forgot we talked about that.
I look at the car, and like, for some reason, this whole thing gives me deja vu. And then get it.
Deja vu?
It's a joke because it's kind of like supernatural.
Oh, okay.
Get it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, got
Have
it.
you
It's
seen
hilarious if you don't think too hard.
I have a show to tell you about.
The car in that show was bigger, mind you.
You might really like
Significantly.
it. It's called Supernatural.
Anyways.
Except in this world, that's a documentary.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. Mm.
Yeah,
He's
man candy.
pretty.
It's true.
No, he's gorgeous.
All right. So
Effeminate.
anyways, so yeah, I will open the passenger seat for you and say, well, hopefully this gets us there.
Awesome.
So, where are we getting you to?
I give him my address.
She gives you an address. You recognize it pretty shortly. It's down in the valley. You pretty much just head down Portage Trail, and when you get down to Portage Path, you take a right, and it's right over there. You know exactly where it is.
Mine's
Okay.
the one with the tree in the backyard. Which is hilarious because you probably can't see the backyard from the street.
But I'll remember that she said something about a tree.
I
don't know why I'm
Everybody
remembering
knows
it,
about
but
the
I'm going
tree.
to remember it.
Yeah.
You know I'll remember.
No, wait, never mind. You don't need to do that. Yep. So you drive on off. Take her home.
I go inside and pass out.
Maya,
Yeah.
you walk back into the bar. Luca follows you in.
Let's check all the doors. I guess I've closed up.
You as you say this, he's already sort of walking to the back. I am right on top of it, Chica. He comes back a couple of minutes later. Everything's locked up. What do you need to do?
I feel like they know something I didn't know about whatever was going on. I'm so confused.
What happened?
Well, we were in the bar and I was about to close up, and then all of a sudden we just heard this woman screaming outside. So we went outside and I just kind of like hung back and watched, but she was like covered in blood.
Okay. That's it?
I mean, I didn't see too much more than that. Like the cops got there, they checked her out. Did you hear something different on the scanner?
No, all they said was a woman was attacked.
Well, wait, I saw the part where it wasn't her blood, right?
Yes.
Well, I guess like when they went to take her nightgown off, it wasn't her blood, and they said like that her boyfriend was a part of the scuffle and she ran out of her house, but it wasn't her blood, so I guess she wasn't hurt, but she was in a part of an attack.
Okay. Did you see Petra do anything?
I mean, was the first one to go up to her.
You would have seen Petra sort of like sprinkle something
I
on
did?
her
Okay.
from a flask.
I think he like got out a flask and sprinkled it.
I'm just gonna remind you every time till you remember.
I'm getting there. Got out a flask and sprinkled it on the lady.
Okay. Not a possession then.
Oh, well, what do you think it was?
If I had to guess, based on everything that's going on right now, spirit, poltergeist, ghost, something like that.
So those are real too.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, Maya. A lot. It's yeah. Apparently, Petra knows something. I'm not sure entirely what, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. But there's been some crazy spirit activity recently. Several attacks. It's not something that we talked about, but I was going to bring it up when we kind of finished going over vampires.
So do I get a little bit of heads up before then? Or are we just going to talk about it tomorrow?
Well, I mean, I can tell you tonight, and then you can sit there and listen tomorrow, or I can tell you just tomorrow. What do you want to know?
I just want to know something more than that. Just like a little something.
Okay. You know your coworker?
Jackson?
Yeah.
What about it?
It wasn't an attack.
What?
Nobody broke into their home.
Do you mean he killed himself?
No.
Then what?
I mean, his family came across something and they shouldn't have brought it into their house, and they did. And whatever it was that was attached to it killed them all.
Is it still in his house?
I hope so. I'm not sure, Chica. I don't know for sure. I'm
both grateful and not grateful that I have you.
I get that. Maybe just a drink before we go.
Sounds good. What do you want?
He grabs down a bottle of whiskey.
You got it, boy.
Pours you each one and just sort of like takes a slow sip. It's gonna get crazy from here. I have a feeling.
Good thing I got whiskey.
You're armed, right?
I have a little guy.
Okay. Just something.
It's in my car, though, right now.
Okay.
Because I can't have it at the bar, remember?
Of course. Here. He reaches up, pulls the necklace off, and sort of links it around your neck and connects it. And he takes a small little vial out and takes your hand and slaps it in it. This should do something, if nothing else. The vial's holy water. I get it from a priest down the street. The necklace should protect you from possession, as well as at least afford you some amount of protection from any sort of angry spirit.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get you home.
All right.
And he walks you home, and as you go upstairs, you sort of watch him walk off and sort of disappear into the shadows.
Like Batman.
He always walks me home.
All right, so the night goes. Everybody make me.
Oh, I wanted to do something before I went to sleep.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna stay up for not too long, just like, 20 minutes or so, but I'm gonna do some random Googling to see what I can learn about the teacher. Anne?
Okay. What are you looking for? Actually, you're doing random Googling.
Well, actually, wait, let me think about that. So basically what I want to find out is, first of all, has she been involved in anything newsworthy lately? And second of all, I'm trying to think. Look up where she lives.
Okay. Make me an intelligence computer roll.
All right. That is... Oh, whoops. Darn.
That sucks. Where did you go?
I am stuck. I can't do a thing. I'm gonna guess he didn't get very much.
I got
but
0
can't tell.
successes.
There you go. Okay. All right. You do indeed find out she works at Cuyahoga Falls High School. You don't know if it's because you're spelling the name wrong, or because she doesn't have a whole lot of information going on, or information online. You aren't able to find her address. You do, however, find her Facebook, which is pretty easy. And you find that she is in a relationship with a William Marks.
Marks?
Yes.
Okay.
Marks.
Not to be confused with Wayne Johnson.
Not at all to be confused with Wayne Johnson. If you're having trouble seeing people, just do a quick reload.
Now I can't see Karnis either.
I can see everybody.
Oh.
Try reloading.
Okay, I'm
So
back.
can't see. Oh, there we go. Now Casey's back.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
no, it's
Cool.
not. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
I refreshed just as the page was working.
Anyways, that's terrible, Casey, and you should never ever say that. Your last type statement.
Oh.
What did you?
Recently single.
Is everyone here recently single?
No, never mind.
It's complicated.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the teacher.
The teacher is recently single.
You're excellent at drunk voice.
Anyways, so right, that's what you find out, Petra. I assume you go to bed afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody make me resolve rolls. Let's say resolve composure.
Uh-oh. I need to make a picture sheet. Two.
Man,
Cool.
Maya
Cool.
with the rolls tonight.
Wow,
Yep.
holy shit.
I mean, no 5 successes yet, but still.
Still, yeah. So you all sleep well through the night. This is where, had you expended willpower, you would regain it. Or regain a point of it, I should say. And yeah, so you guys get up in the morning. Well, Petra gets up in the morning. Let's say it's a Friday night, so Karen probably sleeps in. Given
Yeah.
her drinking.
Yeah.
I mean-
Maya sleeps in because she works the night shift.
And to be honest, I would probably sleep in at least a little bit because I'm planning on being out late again. I was just out really late. Like, I'd probably
Yeah.
sleep till 10 something.
10.
At least.
Yeah,
Oh, hardcore. Sleep until 10.
Party.
yeah. No, when I say morning, I mean like before noon.
Right, good.
Yeah.
You guys did all shut the bar down.
Literally.
Petra, you get up.
And fall out of bed.
You do indeed have work today. You go to work, or rather, you have an appointment today. You head over to chat for a bit, figure out what's wrong. Pretty easy fix. Make me a what? Let's say dexterity crafts roll with +1 for your specialty. Wow, even so, okay. So you do a good job. Get paid. That's what you do.
Yes, money.
Let's say that with the bonus, the extra success that you I don't know, make a little bit extra than normal. So you have maybe
Wait,
I don't
I had
know
an extra success?
I mean, yeah, you didn't roll net 0.
Oh, okay, got it. Cool.
Net 0 would still be considered like, doing your work.
Gotcha.
Which is a comment on American society that I did not make.
Oh gosh. Depressing
bad.
social commentary along with the game tonight.
Anyways, so yeah, let's say you got like a couple $100 that you didn't expect to get.
Ooh.
Nice.
Whether that be through finishing the job faster or because you had to use less materials, whatever it is. Whatever you quoted, you ended up using less time or whatever, you end up getting a little bit extra money.
Win.
So cool. You head out. And yes, she's an electrician. So you head out. You remember the conversation you had with the older lady from your dad's church, whose name I'm forgetting right now.
Right. Ruth.
Ruth, right. You remember the conversation you had with her the other day?
Yes.
And
Lydia and Anna Wellman.
Yes, Lydia and Anna Wellman.
Notes for the win.
What did I do? Where did that come from? I had it written down somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yes. Did you want to sort of stop and give them a call before you headed over to the bar tonight, or?
Yeah. So, let me think. So yeah, I'd probably just head over to, I guess, Lydia's place and just
Okay.
like, would Ruth have said anything about me to them?
You'd have to call to know for sure, but you probably figured that she did, given previous experiences.
Well, if I have their number, I'll give a call first and just ask, are you around? Ruth mentioned me to you. Would you like me to come over and we can chat about things? That sort of thing.
Yeah, this is Petra, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're okay. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to have somebody come over and check the house out.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, never hurts to know, right? I'll be right over if that works for you.
Sure. I'll be home in about an hour, okay?
Okay. What time is it currently?
It's probably like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Just before normal work hours end.
Okay. I'll say I'm gonna run by Starbucks on the way over. Do you want me to grab you anything?
Oh no. I'm all right. Thank you though.
Sure thing. See you then.
All right, she hangs up. And make me a manipulation empathy roll.
Oh wow, I have like positive for that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, she just didn't pick up on extra things. No big deal. So about an hour before this happens, Maya and Karen probably wake up. Maya, you probably have a couple hours before you head into work. Is there anything you wanted to do real quick?
Go for a run.
Okay. go for a run. No problemo. It's good. You shower off. Get dressed. Headed to work. Karen, you wake up about noon.
Noon 30.
Noon 30.
Yeah. Am I hungover?
Definitively. Like, it's not the worst hangover you've had, but it's there.
Okay. Well, I'll just have a shower, drink some very caffeinated tea.
Okay.
You know, normal toast
Yeah.
breakfast stuff.
Yep.
And then I want to Google questions
Go
that I
ahead.
had yesterday.
All right, go ahead.
What do I roll
What are
for that?
you looking for?
I am looking for where. Well, okay. I need to figure out where Melinda lives.
Okay. Make me intelligence computer check.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I have no computer skills.
And
I
yet
have
you
10
succeed.
though. Oh, I can just roll both of these.
Oh.
I got another 10.
Oh, 2 successes?
Yeah.
Cool. So you quickly do a couple of checks. First thing you do is you open your syllabus isn't the right word.
Class directory.
Yes. So yeah, I wanted to say roster, but I knew that wasn't right.
That's the right word. Class roster?
Is it?
Yeah, it's a list of all
okay.
the students in the class.
Okay, cool. So you open your class roster, and you quickly narrow down your student, and double checking. I gave her a name. What did I call her?
Melissa Burns.
Burns. Thank you.
Or Ashley,
No,
sorry.
no. Ashley Burns.
Yeah, that's what.
From there, you. Oh, I know why it's not showing up in there because I typed it. Right. So from there, you find out Melinda is Burns. Yes, Mr. Burns. No. So Melinda also, yes, Burns. She is her father's sister.
Okay.
And you locate the article about her death pretty quickly, and you find out that she lived in Lakewood, which is a community in the west side of Cleveland. And I think it's the west side of Cleveland. Double check that. I was right. It is the west side of Cleveland.
Can I bring up my, like a map and just make little dots? One over
Sure.
where the woman's house was?
One over where whose?
The woman from last night's house was.
Oh, and? Okay.
And, yes, that one. And Melinda's.
Okay. They're pretty far apart. If you would like, I can make you a maps check here real quick.
It probably won't matter until, like the third point. But
All right, so there's our starting point.
where are we?
Hold on. And let's say
Like, basically all I'm trying to do is keep track of things. And
yes.
see if a pattern emerges.
It
I would
has
also,
not yet.
Yeah,
but
you need at least 3 data points.
That's what it would look like.
Okay, and then I'm also going to just Google any sort of incidences that remind me of either of these things. So, like, do you know what I'm saying?
So anything that sounds like
It's like urban legends or
people
myths.
being attacked in their homes.
Yeah, just kind of like mysterious circumstances kind of stuff.
Okay, make me intelligence occult. Plus 2 for the internet.
Internet. Right. Hold on. Okay.
You also know vampires, Maya. It just hasn't come up yet.
Okay. I have like 5 successes.
You have 5? Actually,
Yeah.
5?
Yeah. I rolled
Okay.
9 dice.
So,
Wait, this is exploding dice, right?
yes, they are.
Okay, then yes, 5.
Hope you
So-
bought a lot of them.
Yeah. So you start doing some quick searching, and after the first search, like the word poltergeist pops up, and you immediately lock onto that, and you're like, oh. So you start doing some more typing, and you start looking at local records for attacks in homes that have been, with no signs of forced entry, and people that supposedly fell but died of exsanguination, or people
Lots
who
of
died of
bleeding.
mysterious causes but with no witnesses.
Everywhere.
And over over the area of basically spanning from Lakewood to Cuyahoga Falls, like you did, you use that as your radius, and so you did about a 30-mile search, and there have been 103 deaths in the last 3 months
Jesus Christ! And people are
that
thinking
are
serial killers?
unexplained, but written off as either accidents, but the facts just don't add up when you look at the medical reports, or they are just unexplained deaths with no sign of forced entry, or they are what you're going to, at this point, sort of guess they're going to dub Maya's coworker, which are, murder-suicides.
Okay. At this point, I'm a little freaked out because holy shit, that's a lot of people dying in the last
But with no
3 months.
weapon found.
Yeah, and I'm just going to very gently touch the edge of the tattoo in my hand and just be like, just as like a little bit of a comfort thing.
Okay.
But I'm going to print out. I'm going to like copy and paste important stuff. Maybe just like a small map or anything that might tie them together besides the weirdness of their deaths, and just kind of keep that with me. Yeah, we all have weird tattoos.
Actually, yeah, everybody has tattoos, which is really cool. I like
But
it.
ours are special.
I mean, for what it's worth, Karnis gave me mine. I didn't.
That's true.
He
No, I
gave me
gave
mine
you
too. I
and
didn't
Bex's.
ask. I
Both
did
of
not
you.
ask for mine. Okay? Let's be very clear about something before you ever find out what it is.
That's a very good
did
point.
not
I guess
ask
I
for
didn't think
mine.
about that. Apparently, I have a tattoo fetish. Anyway,
Did not ask.
that said,
Making that clear.
Bex, Karen would know that 103 unexplained deaths over the course of 3 months, over the course of a major urban area like Northeastern Ohio, is not huge. It's above average, but it's
But
not
the
like
fact-
mind-blowingly huge.
No. But the fact that they're all related with really weird death circumstances is what's freaking me out. Because
Yes,
I
that's
know
what's
at this
setting off
point-
flags in your brain.
Yes, that is why I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
/ tattoo comfort. The other, so I'm going to collect that data and information and just kind of like collect that in my head. Is there anything else that ties those things together at all, besides the weirdness of the death?
Besides the weirdness of the death and the locale,
Because if not, I have a follow-up question.
you do some quick searching because you did get a exceptional success. You do some quick searching, and not all of them, but over 50% of the cases can be tied to a local auction house.
Of course. That's weird. At this point, I would like to just go under the assumption that the other 50% probably have something to do with it that's just not as obvious. Either gifts that were given to them or something along those lines. Am I smart enough to make that connection? That's the question.
You are smart enough to make that connection. You are also smart enough to know that there's no way that 100% of these cases are linked.
Are what?
Linked. There's no way all of these cases are linked.
No, but there has to be some common...
Yes, and you found that common ground for sure.
Okay.
And you are confident that a good number of them that you can't find connections for are still connected somehow.
Okay. Well, that's weird. I'm going to grade papers until I have to go do something.
Okay.
Probably. I should probably do my job. Probably. Yeah.
As you guys all head off to jobs, before we do Petra heading over to Lydia's, I'm going to bio break real quick. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Dun, dun, dun. Are you putting us on a screen, Casey, with music? Or are we still here?
Oh, you're still here.
Okay. Man. Yeah, Karnis gave me my tattoos. I did not ask for this.
I'm a BRB too if we're BRBing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're BRBing.
Dude,
So how was your
actually,
Monday?
my Monday was kind of crazy. I'm getting shat on at work.
Oh no, for what?
Just lots of people asking me to do things, and sometimes it's like something is going to immediately break if it doesn't get handled, so I handle it and then push back that thing that was originally due in 6 weeks, except now it's like 3, that kind of thing.
Oh no. That sounds like no fun at all.
Yeah, it isn't. Normally it's not that bad, and my bosses are actually really good about not pressuring me to work like nights and weekends, even though I'm salaried. But
Well, that's nice.
yeah, like my bosses are pretty good to me, but my department has too much work and not enough people, so
Oh. Yeah. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I hope your Tuesday's better.
Yeah, I mean, like my problem today was it took me until like 1:30 just to like get through all my emails and be ready to actually work on things.
Jesus Christ.
And
No,
then
thank
then
you.
I had a 2:30 meeting.
Oh my god.
So I basically in
I'm
terms of
crazy.
like in terms of the stuff that I knew I had to do going into the day, all that I did was like looked at a spreadsheet, realized that it wasn't what I needed, and then asked the guy to redo what he already did for me because he made a mistake.
Oh no.
And I got something else assigned to me that I now have to work on with somebody tomorrow. So like I actually made negative progress today at work from that perspective.
That's so sad. Oh my god.
It really is, because you get to the end of the day, you're like exhausted. You're like, oh, I worked really hard today. What did I get done? Well,
And there's nothing checked off on your list.
no,
Because
it's just
longer.
like I answered all of my emails and I gave that one presentation.
Oh my god. No thank you. I just changed a whole bunch of citations to APA today and learned how to use the scanner.
That sounds fun.
Because it's this weird non-format that's just confusing. I had a hard time staying, but there were tacos today at work. So.
But no, I know all about formatting stuff because I
Ice, your hair is so pretty.
Thanks.
Get it to look like. Does it look like that normally?
What?
Your hair.
Which part?
It's just like wavy and like gorgeous.
That's a bubble wand. I can teach you.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't either. I can teach you.
Yeah, you should teach me. Can you braid your hair?
Hmm.
You need to teach me how to braid my hair.
I can do that too.
Until spring when I get it all cut off, it'll be great.
I'm gonna Slack you a photo of my braid.
Well, I'm sorry your day was terrible, Casey.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just a rough situation, but I'm figuring it out. And I'll probably work from home a couple days this week to help make up for it. My bosses are good about that too.
It's nice. All I know is that my day started off with the radio playing "It's Friday, I'm in Love," but it's Monday. And I've been
I'm
kind
not.
of mad ever since.
It's Monday and I'm not in love.
Exactly.
But I try to
Even
make
the
Monday
songs
a
on
good
the radio lied to us.
This is the only good part about Monday.
Exactly. This is why Monday can be not a bad thing.
It's
Anyways,
still not Friday.
it's not Friday. I wish it was Friday. I am in love though, so I can't.
Oh,
complain about
Aw.
I know who you like. I know who you like. So does everyone else.
All
Except
right.
I like her too.
It's because she's fucking adorable.
It's true. She's the best. She makes me feel like a terrible human being.
Are we talking about Kristen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She
That's-
doesn't make me feel like a terrible human being.
She's just so nice, and I'm like, I can never be that.
I just try to bring her to the dark side as much as possible.
That's a good plan. Maybe we can make a solid front and make a tactical plan.
Just wait till you play cards with her at Camp Dragon, so you
I'm
will
very
feel
excited.
differently.
I like to pick Cards Against Humanity cards for her that make her read words that she doesn't normally say. And I know she's not going to pick it, but I do it anyways to make her read it.
Yep, it's super
That's
entertaining.
awesome. I love that. That's great.
So
I approve.
we've come to the dark side. We have cookies. I wish we had cookies.
Are they gluten?
They are not, and that's why I'm sad. Also, oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, best cookies. But
I wouldn't know.
That sounds
neither here nor
good.
there. Oh, you can't eat no-bake cookies either because the oats.
I can eat oats, but I can't have butter.
What about peanut butter?
I can have peanut butter.
Oh, so you can have no-bake cookies.
I don't think I've ever had a no-bake cookie.
Okay, I'm making them. Anyways, I mean, it's
Dark
literally
balls
just
making cookies. Awesome.
it's literally just chocolate, peanut butter, and oats. Like that's
Yeah,
all that's in
nuts.
no-bake cookies.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
You have nuts.
I can have nuts, yeah.
Because you can make Rocky Road ones where you put marshmallows and nuts in it, and that's
I
really
can't have
good too.
marshmallows. I know.
Yeah.
It's really depressing. Don't think about it. It'll make you sad.
Anyways,
Okay, continue.
Just feed her vodka.
Yeah! That's all I need.
Okay.
Character's
Petra,
now perpetually drunk.
you arrive at Lydia's home. It's down in the Firestone Park area because why not?
Okay. I can picture this well.
As a matter of fact, we'll say it's on Brown Street.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 blocks north of Waterloo.
Oh. Okay, so right... Okay, holy gosh, this is too close to home now. But anyways, go ahead.
I mean, I know the area. That's why I picked it.
I mean, I know that area extremely well.
I
Anyways,
don't.
so
It's
no, you don't. We
like-
will take you. You're gonna go on my personal ghost tour when you come up here. By the way.
Oh, no,
I used to
don't
live
wanna
1
go.
minute from there. Bex.
Oh.
So you pull up to the house. Walk up to the door. Knock. A middle-aged woman, younger than your mom, older than you. Aside from that, you couldn't really guess. Pretty, dark hair, blue eyes. Looks like she's just got off work. She's in sort of a pantsuit.
Okay. Is this where I start talking?
Oh, hi, Petra. Come on in, please.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, Lydia, Ruth spoke about you at church.
Yeah. Nice things, I hope. You let me in,
Oh.
so I imagine.
Oh, of course. And you are, and oh, right. You're Pastor Kurt's son. Is that true?
Yep.
Daughter. Damn it!
Oh yeah, true.
Damn it! I did it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm his daughter. So
Okay.
it's my cross to bear.
I'm sure it can't be quite all that bad.
Actually,
I
no,
mean-
but anyways, maybe another time.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories, I'm sure.
He's just sometimes he thinks more than is good for him. But he's a good dad.
I mean, I can feel that. I worry about that myself sometimes. Anna's upstairs working on homework. I don't. I guess I. Would you like to have some coffee? I'm not really sure what to say.
Oh, no worries. Ruth told me a bit about what's going on, and actually, if you don't mind, I think it would be nice if we could just sit and chat for a moment. I have a few questions that might help out, and then if you wouldn't mind me taking a look at the place.
Of course, of course.
Okay, awesome. So is there somewhere we can just sit and chat?
Sure. She leads you into a nice living room. Sort of one of those two-steppers where you have sort of the kitchen and the dining room, and then it's like a half step down into a living room area with a fireplace and a couch. She sort of not pulls out, but sort of gestures to the table and runs and grabs a couple of mugs, pours some coffee, and brings them over.
Thank you, you're a lifesaver. And I will feel glad that I left the Starbucks that I earlier mentioned inside my car.
You get the feeling she's just sort of going through the motions of having company because she feels awkward.
Yeah, but I'll drink it. Is the coffee good? Or does it,
It's good.
Okay, cool.
You're not sure exactly, unless you want to roll for, flavor profile, you're not exactly sure what it is.
I want to roll to figure out what kind of coffee this is.
Okay, go ahead. Let's call that wits. There's no art, is there? Let's call it wits and let's call it wits crafts.
Okay,
Witchcraft.
never mind.
Not to be confused with witchcraft.
Yeah.
Never mind, it could be burnt Folgers and I wouldn't know.
No. You totally know it's not burnt Folgers.
Yeah.
You just you couldn't pinpoint it. It's
right.
Decent. It's by all means something you might buy and drink yourself.
Okay. I'm just sidetracking because I wanted to see if I could press you for details on coffee, but that's fine. Okay, so
I tried to skip over it.
So, I've been given to understand that you have some concerns about the house. So, maybe just tell me how it was that you came to move in here.
Okay. Well, about a year ago, she sort of stops and sort of looks over towards the stairs, and you get the feeling she's sort of watching out for something.
Okay.
And she looks back and she says, about a year ago, Anna's father passed.
I'm sorry.
And I mean, it happens. He got liver cancer. And not that he was a drinker or anything, it's just one of those things that comes about. But we decided to move. I wanted to give Anna a fresh start, and I wanted to get away from the old memories. And so we moved here, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago.
Okay, and where'd you move from?
Gary, Indiana.
Okay. And I just want to make sure of one thing. You said Anna's father.
Yes.
Were you together or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My late husband.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh no! Of course, understandable. No. We were together. Kurt would say I'm distancing myself from it because I don't want to engage in the emotions it brings.
Well, no worries from me. I'm not here to shrink you unless you ask me to.
We've had some strange things in the house. Lights, scratching, noises. Most of all, I work probably more than I should, but I want to keep Anna in a good school, and she's a teenager, so I don't have to really worry about her being home alone. But she says when she's here by herself, she's heard things.
Let's see,
And
what kind of things?
weird
Don't worry, no
things.
judgment here. Believe me.
She said she heard somebody catcall at her. She said that she heard footsteps going up and down the stairs. Something banging against the walls.
Let's see.
And the reason I ended up saying something to Ruth, the sort of last thing of it was, she sort of shakes her head and gets up, and she walks downstairs from which is just a moment. She walks downstairs. She comes back up with a shirt smaller than you would wear, very much youth-sized, sort of not a t-shirt, blouse is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
But it's sort of ripped down one sleeve. And she sort of lays it down on the table and she says, the other day I came home and she said that she walked in the door and something attacked her and ripped her shirt. It was then that I decided I had to at least talk to somebody about it and figure out what was going on.
You see, well, I'm glad you did. Oh, gosh. Well, so one thing immediately comes to mind. First of all, these sounds and things that you've heard, have they been in one particular area of the house or all throughout? Like, have they been in different locations?
I've mostly seen the lights flickering down here, in the kitchen, in the basement.
Okay.
But Anna says that she hears footsteps going up the stairs to the upper level. And again, when she said she was attacked by something, it was right after she walked in the door.
Gotcha. Okay, well, one thing immediately comes to mind, which is, I don't know if you know, I'm an electrician by trade. So, considering the flickering lights, I think it may do well for me to give the place a once-over and make sure there's not a good explanation for that. That will,
Of course, and that makes total sense. I almost feel crazy for asking.
Oh, don't feel crazy at all, believe me. Well, look, if you want to know that I think you're not crazy, then we can just talk about my past sometime, okay?
If you don't mind, I'd rather not.
That's fair. I'm just saying, and I look her right in the eye, I don't think you're crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, well, let me go back to the car and get my things, and I'll give the place a once-over, and I'll proceed to do that.
Okay. I'm gonna start dinner. I'd be more than happy to have you stay.
Okay, so to be honest, I'm kind of poor, so I will totally take you up on that.
Of course. We don't have a lot, but how do you feel about chicken paprikash?
That sounds amazing.
Awesome.
All right. So yeah, I'll go out and get my things and look to see if I see anything at all abnormal with the wiring of the house.
Okay.
And also check things like, windows, stairs, stuff like that. Just Like, I'm not as expert on anything like that, but see if there's anything in the construction of the house that I would deem odd.
Sure. Intelligence, crafts, +1.
All right. So,
By the way, Bex, if you don't know what chicken paprikash is, go Google it. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, I thought you actually made up food.
No,
I thought that was
no,
a made up word.
no. It's a real dish. Yeah, it's spelled like Petridis.
Paprikash.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I spelled it how it sounded.
I was just trying to facilitate your Google search.
Thank you.
It's Hungarian food. It's fantastic.
That would be explain why I couldn't spell it.
Welcome to Northeastern Ohio.
Thanks.
Okay.
We have a very heavily influenced like Polish/Hungarian
There's nothing about
heritage.
this that I can eat.
Yeah, no, that's also probably very true.
Flour, butter, flour, cream. It looks really good though, not gonna lie.
It is
It
delicious.
looks really good.
Anyways, so you and your 2 successes.
What do you mean? My
You
two
search over the house.
successes? No double entendre there. Find. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You
I missed it.
you go
Don't worry
through
about
the upstairs and the surface floor first because, well, you're not stupid. Get sort of everything checked out. Everything checks out. You go downstairs. You open the door to the basement and you leave it open because, again, you're not stupid. Walk downstairs and sort of begin checking things out. And again, nothing seems wrong. The wiring is all right. Actually, whoever ran the house was not a shithead. Like they did a decent job. Nothing pulls too many amps. Everything sort of runs the way it should, and it's efficient.
Okay.
On your way back up the stairs, roll me a resolve occult roll
Okay. I am.
with +1.
I'm gonna willpower this one.
+2.
Oh, +2.
I forgot about your 2.
Oh, right. Let me see. How many dice is that actually? Oh, sure.
You're starting to walk up the stairs, and you get a very, very familiar crawl down your spine. And not that there's a lot, but the hairs on your neck begin to sort of stand up.
Okay.
And you know, like a lot of places, you check out the electricity and there's nothing there and you don't feel a thing. This is obvious.
Okay.
And as you reach the surface floor, it sort of passes for a moment, but you begin to feel a sort of heaviness that wasn't there before. That you didn't really notice before. But it's definitely there.
Okay. So my plan is I'm going to come back up, check to see how dinner preparations are going, and assuming that it's not too long before that happens, then I will plan to just like make a pleasant conversation, but have a serious talk after.
Okay.
With Maria.
You walk back upstairs.
And but if I notice this feeling intensifying, then I'm going to take immediate action.
Okay. I will. What is
and
your?
Also, I want to slip outside at some point and grab my my fist augmentation devices.
Okay. What is your wits?
1.
You have a wits of 1?
Yeah.
Okay. And your cult is also 1?
Correct.
Okay. So you walk upstairs. Lydia is beginning to sort of plate stuff, and you say, "Hey, I want to run outside and grab a couple things real quick."
Well, I mean, I'd have to put away my equipment too, so I'd
Exactly.
be doing that in any case.
Yep. So you run out, throw your stuff into the car, grab your fist augmentation devices.
I tried to come up with the maximally awkward way of saying that.
And you head back into the house.
That's a lot of
That
dice.
was a good noise.
That's a lot of dice.
I like the sound. I want it to happen again.
Okay.
That's why I like rolling
you don't
actual dice.
really
It's very
notice a
soothing.
significant change as you walk in.
Okay. Okay, and I mean, when you say that I didn't notice it before, do I think it's
Yes.
because it wasn't there, or just because I didn't notice it before?
Make me an intelligence occult roll.
Okay. I should really know what this is by now. But do I get my bonus on this?
Yes. You're pretty sure it wasn't there before, and you're pretty sure you know why.
Okay.
Why?
Well, it's early fall, as I said previously,
Oh, damn it.
and
You
as
did say that.
you were talking to Lydia and going about things, the sun began to set.
Ah.
And a couple hours passed as you were checking things out, and you're pretty sure that this has something to do with the setting of the sun and the waning power of light and the things that sort of tie therein.
Okay. In that case, so now I'm in #concerned mode. So I'm gonna go in and find Lydia and say, first of all, how far through dinner is she?
You walk in and she has dinner set.
Okay. Let me think about this. Lydia, can we have a quick talk?
Sure, of course. What's wrong?
So, first of all, I checked the wiring of your home, and there's nothing wrong with it. And second of all, and I know this is gonna sound a little bit crazy, but just listen to me. I've been in situations before that turned out very badly, and I'm concerned. I noticed some of the signs of what your daughter and you seem to have seen before, and I do believe there's something in this home. I believe that it's gaining in power as the sun is going down, and if you have to-go bowls, I think that might be a good idea.
Did you say
I don't know where we would go.
sorry?
Is there anything you can do tonight?
So, sorry.
Sorry, that was really
Chat.
funny to me for some reason.
Did you hear the same thing?
All right. I know this might sound like an overreaction, but I really don't think it is. If you have anyone who would take you in, I think that would be for the best for tonight. I can try to do more for you, but I think it's best if I do it in the form of research about your house, investigation in the daylight. It's dangerous right now. I don't know how strong the thing is that lives in your house. I'm concerned.
Okay.
If you have nowhere else to go, you're free to come to my place.
Okay. We don't have anywhere to go. I mean, your father did offer to put us up if anything happened.
Well, I think this might be that time. I can call him for you if you're good for it.
Oh, no, I will, of course. Are you sure?
So, I'm sure that something is here, and I am not sure whether something bad will happen tonight if you don't go. All I do know is it's a risk, and I feel like the risk isn't worth it.
Of course. No, of course not. Of course not. Here, she grabs a couple of Tupperware and throws them down. Let's throw some things together. Do you mind? Can you throw the food in the Tupperware? I want to get Anna ready and get her clothes packed.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening. I really think this is for the best. That's what I had in mind.
Sorry. I don't know why, but it was like really funny.
She runs over and sort of hugs you really quick, Petra.
Yeah.
And
Hug back.
then runs upstairs.
All right.
You hear a short, kind of terse, almost argumentative conversation really quickly upstairs. And after that, you hear sort of a couple of slamming of doors and some noises of things being thrown around. You pack the chicken paprikash up real quick.
Gotta save the chicken pop.
You save the chicken pat, and you
I said it
are
that way for a
cooking
reason.
the lids. You click the lids together. As you do, Lydia's coming back down. She has not like a to-go bag, but I'm sorry, not like an overnight bag, but like a carry-on suitcase in her hand.
Okay.
And she looks around and sort of sighs, puts the suitcase down, runs back upstairs. And again, you hear sort of a terse conversation. She runs back downstairs, and you hear about 30 seconds later, as she's coming around the corner and sort of helping you find bags to put the Tupperware in, another pair of footsteps lighter coming down the stairs. And a very, very young girl, a young woman comes walking around the corner. She's not a very, very young girl, but when we come to adulthood, she's very, very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 16, 17.
Oh, no!
Dark hair, dark eyes. Typical teenager. She looks irritated.
Okay.
She has a backpack and sort of a overnight bag in one hand.
Okay.
Why are we doing this, Mom? Come on.
No, you gotta be like,
We just got
Mom!
moved in.
Come on!
I'm
Mom!
trying. Listen, Bex, I'm trying really
Mom!
hard to come across as a teenager. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Karnis. Oh my god, come on.
By all means,
Why are
Bex,
we going?
Bex, be my teenage girl.
I'm pretty good at
Quote
being
of the
a
night.
whiny asshole. Oh god.
Second
yes,
quote of the night.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys pack up shortly afterwards.
Okay, yeah, and I'm basically letting Lydia handle the situation unless I'm addressed, basically.
I mean, essentially, she just rolls her eyes and just continues to do her thing.
Yeah, I need to be the cool, aloof stranger. Not aloof,
that
wise.
sounds so dirty. Ice don't know. Anyways.
Sing it. I'm just singing. Katy Perry.
Thank you, Katy Perry.
If Katy Perry were a 30-year-old man, it would be a lot creepier.
You make a good point. We're not going to discuss my prologue, are we, Karnis?
No, and we're not going to discuss things I can't say. Anyways,
Trees?
no, I can say tree all day long.
Okay.
Teenage dream.
So you guys leave, and
Mom,
Uh,
I don't want to go. I don't want chicken.
you and Lydia are heading out to your guys' cars. Anna is right behind you.
That's a lot of dice. Oh my god. And you all die. The end. That's what that number of dice means.
No, that number of dice means Karnis rolls really poorly, and he knows that, so he wanted to make it interesting.
Uh-oh.
he didn't roll poorly during my prequel. Just saying.
No, I didn't. You did.
Oh, come on! You rolled how many successes for that stupid ghost?
5.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about on the last roll?
No,
Or-
I'm talking about.
Or total?
So Petra's
Yeah.
specialty is ghost.
Anyways.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Total, it was 7. On the last roll, it was 5.
Okay.
Jesus.
Anyways, well, no, total it was 9. On the last roll, it was 6. But you don't know things that add up to things. So, anyways. You guys running out. Anna right behind you. As soon as the three of you step out of the door, it slams shut with a...
Oh shit.
I lost dice.
Yes, it definitely sounded like it.
That's dedication, man.
Karnis goes 100%. All in.
That's Karnis. Always.
I had to break out the bold-faced type on that one.
And you guys sort of look at one another. You escort your new friends to your father's home.
Okay.
I have lots of coffee beans on my desk, as well as some wax.
I am going to give like a parting shot about like I'm gonna look into this house as soon as I can. Basically.
Oh shit! Do you say that out loud?
I just say okay. So what I actually would say is, I'll look into this as soon as I can.
Okay.
Just sort of as we're getting in our cars.
I have to make a roll.
Oh shit! What did I trigger? I triggered a flag. Why did I trigger a flag?
Look what you've
Because
done.
you're being true to your character.
Speaking of rolling well, anyways.
Oh no.
So you guys
Ooh,
run out to your
movie
cars. You lead the. Did I give them a last name? Did I give them a last name?
I don't think so.
Wellmans. You lead the Wellmans to your father's house, and you head off to the bar.
Okay.
Unless you have something you'd like to say to your father.
I mean, nothing that's not obvious.
Okay. He says hello. He says he sees the Wellmans. He says, Petra, good to see you. Lydia, Anna, please come in. I always have the basement set up for visitors. As they head downstairs, he still looks at you and says, so Ruth, right?
Mhm.
She's a soldier, even at her age. It's impressive.
Indeed. Easy to overlook that one.
I find the easiest to overlook are usually the most impressive.
Anyways. Trying to do it smart this time, Dad.
God go with you, Petra.
I shrug, give him a little hug, and then take off.
Okay. You head over to the bar. Maya, you're at work. Karen, you finish up your studies that have told you the numerous bad things.
And read terrible student papers and complained about it the whole time.
And the three of you arrive shortly after.
One
Yes?
other thing I'd like to do before I leave is I'd like to go out and sit and commune by my tree a little bit and just talk to it about what's going on.
Wait, just a
Of
second.
course.
I'm gonna leave for the tree time. This should be private.
Do I hear anything back?
Depends. So you sit down. You make me a. Hold on.
No, it's just a tree.
Hold on.
Just purely a tree. You're giving it away, Ice.
I figured it out.
Make
I'm
me
actually Leafkin.
a.
I sexually
Wits.
identify as a leaf.
Make me a wits occult roll.
Okay.
+1.
Okay. Four.
Okay. What do you say?
Well, first, I would like to say heartfelt sad things about missing and hope that they're doing okay. I don't want to give anything away. I hope. Oh, I'm just gonna say. I hope that he's doing okay.
Hold on.
What?
Casey, Ice, take your headphones off real quick.
Alright, great. So, I hope that he's doing well, and I hope that he's doing well in Faye, and let him know that I miss him, and that, all of these heartfelt things first. And then I just tell him what's going on, letting him know that it's getting close to fall, but I'm sure he knows that. And just ask if he has any guidance to help me. And that I hope I can see him again soon, kind of thing. Like, I'm kind of asking for his guidance, but also knowing that, knowing not to expect very much just because of how injured he was and he just came back, kind of thing. So, hopeful, but, also realistic.
Okay. As you're sitting in front of the tree, sort of meditating, you sip a cup of tea every once in a while, and as you open your eyes, the sun is setting, and you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you sort of look up, and there's Tatharis.
Well, that's unexpected.
I don't have much time.
Well, I grab his hand and hug him very tightly.
He pulls you up and pulls you into a hug.
I'll enjoy every second I have. And I'm crying silently.
He kisses your neck slightly, not sexually, just gently. And
a very romantic gesture.
You hear him whispering in your ear. And he pulls you out and he looks in your eyes. And he pulls your head forward and kisses you on the forehead. And he kisses you.
Smile.
And then he holds you at an arm's length again and he says, soon.
Soon
and
what?
whether or not he gives a fuck, may Pan guide you and watch over you.
Wait, soon what?
I will see you again soon.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
No, he just said soon the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't wait. And whether or not Pan watches over me, I know you.
He touches your cheek gently and tells you, close your eyes, love.
I do.
And when you open them, he's gone.
I cry a little bit more, but...
You feel you do. You weep, but you feel stronger, more assured.
Do I know that he do I sense that he shared a part of himself, or just kind of allowed me to access my own strength? Because I saw him, kind of thing.
You're not entirely sure, but you feel as the sun sets. You've had many a afternoon where you laid out in the sun of the late spring, early summer, and just felt the sun and basked in its rays.
And that's kind of what I feel like now.
And that's kind of what you feel like right now, yeah. But
so just
even
kind of
as the sun
encased
sets,
in the warmth of the sun. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say they can come back.
Okay. Okay.
So
you all head to the bar.
Okay, so after that happened, I would like to take all of the information I have with me and get an Uber to the bar.
Okay.
I don't trust myself to drive.
Real quick, before you call the Uber, make me a wits composure roll.
Okay. Oh, that's bad. Excuse me. Alright, I got 1 success.
Okay.
I am very witty. Oh, so witty and composed.
You might want to put something heavier on.
Okay. In that case, I grab a,
Parka.
not a winter coat, but that in-between season. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sure, yeah.
That weight. I also wear a fleecy underneath it because I'm always cold.
You have all those in Ohio.
I have a million sweatshirts, so I'm gonna wear a sweatshirt underneath a light coat jacket thing.
Okay. You look at the mirror as you do, and nothing seems to be showing through, and you walk out.
I accept the fact that nothing's obvious, and I leave the house to the bar. Don't worry about it. No, it didn't.
So you
that's interesting.
arrive at the tattoo. I'm sorry, at the bar.
Arrive at the tattoo? What kind of strange metaphysical journey are we on here?
That's what we're not seeing right now is the tattoo.
That's a very long story.
That's what we're not seeing.
I went
You
into
don't want
the
to know.
parlor.
You arrive at the
get
bar.
really high first, but finally I arrived at my tattoo.
Alright, well, I'm at the bar.
You're off the
Fuzzy
bar.
Cricket, or whatever it's called.
The Cashmere Cricket.
Oh. Fuzzy Cricket's too low class. That's the dive down the street.
That's the floor cricket down the street.
Petra, you come in first. You see Maya behind the bar. Pretty small crowd tonight. Not unusual after last night.
What day is it?
Saturday.
A small crowd on a Saturday?
After last night, yeah.
I'm just saying it says something.
Yep, it does. You sit down at the bar. Maya pours you a beer because she knows what you like.
Actually, this time I'm gonna ask Maya to.
Oh.
I'm just going to put a 10 on the table and say, I'm on a budget, but how creative can you be with this? Mix me something up.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Make
I get to roll?
Yes, make you a wits craft +2. +3.
Get straight whiskey. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know why, but that was really funny to me.
7.
Wits craft +3 is 7?
8.
Hold on.
Craft is 1, wits is 4.
Okay, 7. Yeah.
+2, right?
No, +3. So
Then
7.
8. No.
No. Oh, 4 and 1. Yeah, so 8.
I can't add. This is very stressful.
Wow.
That's still 3 successes. That's pretty good.
Wow. That is really
I know you don't think it's very good, but for an average person, it's pretty good.
Can you, like, spread your dice juju around a bit? Just, like, I feel like you took all the energy from Ias and Karnis, and you took all their dice and juju with it.
Y'all need your drinks, okay? I'm just keeping everyone happy.
So you mix something, and I'm not even going to describe it. If you want to describe it, you can.
It's just
But
pure magic in a glass.
exactly.
It's a little bit sparkly.
It's a little bit malty looking, but that's about all you're gonna get. A little bit of bubble, a little bit of like that caramely brown.
Okay.
Maybe a drop of some color in there, but you don't quite know what it is.
I take a sip. I close my eyes briefly in appreciation, and then I look back and say, I heard I wasn't taking full advantage of your talents.
I'm here for you. This is, you know.
I like you. And I hold up and drink it again.
Cheers.
Now who's drunk? Not me!
All right. About at this point, Karen walks in.
I sit next to Petra and only order a water.
This raises an eyebrow, Maya. She never orders just water.
Are you sure you don't want anything else?
I mean, I have a feeling I'm going to need all of my wits about me. And despite how much I would love vodka anything right now, I feel
Girl,
like it's
I
a
can
bad
keep you on
idea.
a low ABV if you just want to.
Okay, hit me up. Yes, please.
All right, I got you.
You really had to twist my arm.
Petra, Maya, make me composure wits rolls. I'm sorry, resolve composure rolls.
Oh, that
Is that what they call? Is that what? Hold on, I have to double check this.
okay.
It can't be resolve composure. That doesn't make any sense. Wits composure. I was right. Okay, wits composure.
Oh, wits composure.
Yes.
One second.
Okay. Neither of you notice anything out of place.
Am I supposed to roll in too?
Nope.
Never mind.
They were rolling against you.
Oh. Yay! Nothing's the matter.
nothing out of
I am
place except
perfectly
she
normal,
came in
fellow
and didn't want anything
person.
to drink until pressed.
Well, yeah, but like,
yeah.
Pressed. No. Thank God.
Good, because I just gave you alcohol.
that you know.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding.
If
That's
you
true.
even begin to go there with me, I'm going to drive to your house and beat you with a large stick.
Hey, I did it to KC. I can do it to anyone.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one.
Yes, that is true. I would take the tree to your house and beat you with it.
No, but
Got
really,
good at
I
deadlifting.
made KC a father, and it was fun.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, he totally did.
Twice.
Not in
And-
this game, I'm assuming, considering
and-
Petra's a woman.
I was saved from supreme awkwardness and left with only severe awkwardness.
Yeah, when you found out that your daughter was related to you in more ways than one.
That sounds like a story I need to
No,
hear. Regardless,
We almost were, but we weren't.
Can we
Oh,
bring it
no,
back
that's
to
a good
the
point.
bar? Can we
Sorry,
bring it back
to the bar.
yeah. So I'm
That's a good point.
just enjoying my drink, refusing to get too tipsy.
Things go past. Evening progresses. Maya,
No one
you finish up your shift.
Yeah.
It's about midnight, 12:30. You're headed out. Your new replacement, some guy you've never met before, is there to close up for the night. Well, How tired are you, Maya?
I'm probably a little tired.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head out. And Maya leads you over to... Shit, I had a name for it and I forgot.
Like how we all have the exact same expression on our face.
I'm the worst right now because I literally spent all day coming up with a name for this place.
Also, these muscles aren't used to being used for that long. I'm sort of starting to get a trembling sensation right here.
You gotta work your eyebrows out.
Yeah, there we go. I'll just sit at work all day. Tomorrow.
Just be like, someone calls you, ask you about something like, well, you see, the quarter 3 forecast.
Your average incurred has been rising year over year since 2011.
Just call it a generic name and you can remember it later.
I've got it. It's fine. It's the Dark Tower.
I love it.
It's not good, but it's a thing. It's Luca's game store. He calls it the Dark Tower for
what
now
about
because
Dark Tower Games.
I
think that's better.
Okay, fine. Dark Tower Games.
Boom.
There's a better name, and I'll come up with it later. But
the Stone Animal. Sorry.
Nope. Fuck you. Nope.
That sounds like a pump.
It is. It is, and it burned to the ground. So fuck you.
You specified that it burned to the ground so that we
How did I know?
remember it when we came back, and I've made a point of remembering it. Sorry.
Anyways,
That's
Dark
so
Tower
nice.
Games. You guys come. The open signs off. You walk up. Maya sort of knocks on the door. You see a young woman sort of peek out around and walk out and open the door and sort of offer you guys in. Yeah, I liked the Dark Tower better. Fuck you.
I go inside.
Okay, you guys go in. None of you have seen this young woman before. She has dark brown hair. It's sort of wavy, not quite curly, brown eyes. She's taller than Karen, but shorter than Maya. Sort of average-ish height.
Who are you?
Hi, my name's Violet. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Karen.
Yeah. I guess.
Does she offer her hand?
Yeah, she sort of. Well, she doesn't offer her hand so much. She sort of reaches out and touches your shoulder.
I'd like to shy away from that touch. No, thank you.
As soon as you start to shy, she like stops and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just bad incidents of touching. It's very nice to meet you.
Gotcha. I 100% understand." And she offers a handshake.
I, under my breath, say, I doubt it, but I don't say that out loud.
Make me a wits occult roll when you shake. Do you shake her hand first?
No.
Oh, then never mind.
I do not shake her hand. Sorry, I don't do the handshaking either.
Didn't you just say you offered your hand?
No, I said, did she offer her hand?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, you walk on past then.
Okay. Wait, how do I whisper something?
/W and then the person's name. So Petra or Maya or Karnis. All right. Yeah. So Violet ushers sort of the three of you in, unless anybody else has anything else to say.
Not besides just introducing myself.
I'm a bitch. Do not feel ashamed. That's gonna be stuck in my head for like 3 days.
Fantastic.
I had to double check that. Okay.
Okay, in that case, I do accept her handshake.
Okay, cool. Do you know why? Do you understand why?
No.
Okay.
Can you tell me why?
I will later.
Just whisper it to me. As I roll for wits occult.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, anyone that shakes your hand, roll what's it called?
I mean, if she offered, I totally would.
Do I already know her?
Yeah,
Do I know
she
Luca?
would off the you do not know her. No.
Oh,
Then I feel like I would definitely be friendly.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay.
So what am I rolling?
Wits occult.
What's it called?
I'm sorry.
Now I really need to know why, because now it seems super. I'm sorry.
Man.
That's a damn good roll.
All right. So 1, 2,
You're
3,
super
4. Cool.
keyed in on this girl because she's stepping on your territory.
So all of you. Okay. You all feel when you shake her hand a weird tingle up your arm.
As soon as I feel that, can I just
Petra,
jerk it away?
it makes sort of your tattoos itch a little bit, not in the same way, but you feel that same sort of tingle. Karen, same thing. It's not the same sort of chill down your spine that you felt before, but it is something odd.
Can I
and you
jerk
can
my hand away as soon as
jerk
I
your
feel
hand
it?
away.
I jerk my hand away and immediately super suspicious. And just kind of back away. I don't say anything, but I'm
Okay.
no bueno.
Her eyes kind of go flat, and she just sort of like nods at you a little bit. Maya, again, same thing. You sort of feel like a chill down your spine as you shake her hand.
Just noted.
All right. She sort of waves you towards a sort of side room. So, like, you've got the main game area where you have 6 tables, a wall of different board games. You have almost a bar, if you will, of different cards and miniatures and other things that they keep under glass. Behind the bar are different card games and sort of things of dice, things that they keep behind there. And down the middle is sort of a shelf that has different RPG books on it. And to the right, immediately after you walk in the door, is this little cubicle almost. And she sort of waves you in there. And as you walk in, Luca's sort of sitting there at a computer, counting cash and doing, normal retail stuff.
Hey, Luca.
Hey, Chica. What's going on?
Just got finished up. We walked over.
Cool. Give me just a second. I'm going to finish it up in just a moment.
Okay.
He does a couple more flips of some bills, types some stuff in, hits enter, turns around, faces you guys. All right. I have an idea.
So do I.
He stands up, walks through the outside of the cubicle, walks towards the back. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys follow, you notice a small mini fridge towards the back of the shop. He stops, opens it up, pulls out a handful of beers, closes it, and sits down at a long table and sets them down, sort of passes them out. And as you notice, there are exactly 6 beers. I'm sorry, 5 beers.
Okay.
Because I can't do math.
Just for the record, I want to establish, I'm presuming I was not drinking heavily prior to coming here.
Probably not. That's fine.
Okay. Because I don't want to significantly dull my senses here, but I also
I'll
will not
drink
reject
it.
the offer.
Yeah, I'll
it's
follow
not
in
gonna
that
put me
same
under.
vein.
Okay.
Same vein, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you had
I'm just
tried
bearing
to not
in mind
drink
that I was
all.
at a bar before I came here. That's all.
But I would like to sit across this table from what's-her-face, Violet.
Violet? Okay.
Yeah. And not be rude, but just kind of be a little bit thrown a little bit of shade. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just because I don't know.
Okay. She picks up on your shade a lot.
I lean across the table. Do I notice my shade?
You have no idea.
I want to. All right. Well, regardless.
Make a manipulation empathy roll.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have many feelings about this character. I don't know. Manipulation, empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I do not have enough stats in that. Oh, jeez. I rolled 1 success.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You sit across from her, and she just gives you stone face.
Good for Violet.
I'd like to lean a little bit across and say, I feel like we have much to discuss as well. Not in a mean or any kind of way, just like an honest. I don't very blunt way.
She sort of looks down and then meets your eye for a second, and she says, "You have no idea."
I might have more than you think.
She smiles at that and leans back.
I'd also like to take out all my papers and put them in front of me.
Okay.
You
And
must
then
be
just
fun
look at Luca.
parties.
I'm great fun, only when drunk.
Okay. So as you two are doing this, Luca sort of sits down, cracks a beer, takes a sip, and he starts to say, "All right, so there's been a lot of spirit activity," and that's when Karen, you sort of like papers down in front, and he looks over at your stack of papers. And he goes, "That."
I go,
And you turn, and Violet plops a binder on the table. It's about twice as thick as yours.
I have much greater respect for her now.
I liked Violet before the binder. The binder makes, I feel like I had a good like vibe going on, and then the binder wars happened, and I'm like, I don't know where I am anymore.
Binder gate. Oh.
And Karen, the two of you start flipping back and forth, and you're like comparing results.
Yeah. And we start speaking gibberish, man.
I start to zone out.
Karen's just like, or I'm sorry, Luca's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. So obviously there's something going on.
Yes.
It's more than Vi and I can handle. It's more than Vi and Maya and I can handle.
What exactly do you mean by handle?
Well, I assume we're in the same business, more or less.
Define business.
I find evil sons of bitches. I end them.
Well, I can't say we're in the same business, then. Well, maybe kind of the same business, but not really.
Okay.
Maybe defining part.
Well, I mean, everyone has a skill. Violet's lay more towards yours.
I now have even more respect for Violet.
I happen to be really good at the second part.
Define. Well, no, don't define. So I'm
It's
assuming
fine.
that you've found. Oh, for the people who don't have binders. I say that in a not judgmental way, but still sound a little bit, caring.
I don't feel judged.
Yes, there has been a exceptional amount of spirit activity in the area. I talked to
So I'm
Maya
assuming-
shortly last night.
You've made the connection with the auction house, yes?
Yes, we have. And I thought we had ruled it out. He sort of looks over at Vi. Vi sets her binder down, starts flipping out, throwing... She has little note cards in the binder, so not only is it twice as thick as yours, instead of having sheets of paper, each thing is on a note card that are double bound per page.
Love it.
And she starts flipping note cards out at you, and she starts, well, initially I looked into the auction house, but I found far too many, and she sort of assembles like a, I don't know, 8-inch tower, and pushes it forward. Far too many cases that didn't quite align with it. That includes people that were related that might have bought gifts, as well as perhaps people that came in contact with the auctions, whether that be police or handlers or bank people. It just doesn't quite make sense. But at the very least, it deems looking into.
Based on what I sorry.
No, go ahead.
Question. Based on the research that I did I come to a similar conclusion? I thought that I had made a connection, but I don't remember.
You totally made a connection to the auction house, but that given, you've only had 4 to 6 hours of search. Yeah. You get the feeling that these two have been searching this for a week, maybe more.
Okay. So you've been searching, but you haven't actually looked at the auction house yet?
Not yet, unfortunately, no. We'd ruled it out originally, but at the very least, it would be worth looking into for possible connections.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm happy to offer, any knowledge I have on this kind of incident.
And to be honest, I'm happy to have some help. He doesn't passwords.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thank you.
He just doesn't. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no, at all.
I know, right? Like,
It's
how hard
insane.
is it?
I don't even know.
I mean, you don't have to type the www before doing it.
Yes. If the three of you would mind looking into the auction house, we're going to follow up a different lead that we had, and she pulls out a card and slides it over to you. It's the name of a funeral home in the area. But why didn't I look this up earlier? I thought I would have internet access. Why are you doing this to me? I'm sure Joshua Carr is showing me all sorts of funeral home names. Okay. We're gonna call it. This is terrible because my internet is failing me. We're gonna call it Brown's Funeral Home because it's something like that, and I cannot remember the name for the life of me.
Got it.
If the three of you don't mind, we would like to split the jobs. Does that sound good?
Well, if you don't mind, I think we might be getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Could you maybe introduce yourselves? I think, Vi, this is the first time I've met you. And
yes.
Luca, I know I saw you the other night, but I really don't know much more about you either.
Luca sort of goes, of course, I'm sorry. This is kind of how it got dumped on me the first time. Luca Kendrick, it's a pleasure to meet you. And he sort of reaches out his hand to anybody who wants to take it. This is Vi, or I will say as I wish. He backs down a little bit. Call me Violet.
Okay.
And what's your background, Violet?
And I mean, I'm happy to start if you want me to start. I just think that knowing each other seems like an important thing before we work with each other.
Makes sense. My name is Violet. I grew up in the area, and I am a witch. I was raised by a witch and a warlock, and I have a great deal of information about the world at large, and I've provided most of that information to Luca.
What kind of a witch?
That depends what you mean.
I have very limited knowledge about witches, but I feel like
She shoots sort of a dark look at Luca. Looks back to you. I mostly work in herbalism and healing. I know how to do other things. I tend to avoid them whenever possible. That said, if any of you need your homes enchanted for defense, I happen to know a group of
Yes, please.
folks that would be very
Always
happy to do
down.
so. They call themselves the Ordo Levis.
Say that one more time.
The Ordo Levis.
Ordo Levi. So I'm asking out of character. The what?
The Ordo Levis.
Levies?
will you type it?
I will.
I got the first part. It's the second part I don't understand. Levies. Oh, okay.
Also, Jim Butcher, please forgive me. I'm stealing, and I'm sorry.
Alright. We're good.
Well, that sounds like more than enough. Thanks, Violet.
Luca sort of picks up his beer, finishes it, sets it down. As I said before, my name is Luca Kendrick, and, well, when I met Maya, I was on a hunt for a vampire, but in general, I try to keep Akron safe and the surrounding areas. And I've had a great many conflicts with a lot of different kinds of evil sons of bitches.
Fair enough. So at this point, I would sort of continue the train of introductions. Do you want to roleplay this?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. The introduction's much appreciated. My name's Petra Schweinsteiger. My father.
Oh, you're Kurt's daughter.
The one and only.
Well, I mean, yeah, except for son, but yeah, no,
Well, only Doc, anyways.
Yeah. Sorry, I've worked with your father once or twice.
Oh, really?
When I need certain things, sometimes he provides them. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Wonder how many more there are that I don't know about. Anyways, so yeah, let's just say that for now, I'm happy to talk about it later. Well, happy is maybe a stretch, but I will talk about it later. Let's just say I've had some bad run-ins with spirits in the past, and I work as an electrician. Sometimes I notice things. I try to take care of it when I can. Carefully. And that's basically me.
And of course, we all know Maya.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
maybe with-
I
maybe
know
with
her
your-
drinks very well.
So it seems I know far less about these things than you all, but what I do know is that there was a night, I don't remember how long ago it was. How long ago was it, Karnis? Can I talk about Andy?
Of course, if
Okay.
you want to.
That's what I was gonna say, but I don't remember how long it was ago. I feel like it was like a month ago or something.
It was about 2.5 to 3 months ago.
Okay. So I met Luca about 2.5, 3 months ago.
Well, you met him earlier than that.
What?
Remember?
No.
The first time you met him was when your brother
You're
recommended
right.
that he
I
walk you home.
really started my friendship with Luca
Yeah.
about 2.5, 3 months ago. Actually, the night that my boyfriend was killed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that is when I first learned about vampires. So, ever since then, Luca has been teaching me, obviously about 2-3 months now. So, pretty new, but doing my best. I feel like I'm picking it up all right. So that's me.
Well, and Maya, you say that you think you know less than me, but To be honest, if you've been learning things, you probably know more about vampires than I do. So.
She's a quick study. I've been trying to teach her everything I can as quick as possible, but it's not been a long time.
Okay. Sometime I'm gonna have to talk to you. I've been walking around with silver bullets, and I don't actually know how much good they do.
Against vampires.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they work against werewolves. I couldn't get definite word otherwise, but I figured that my best bet was, first of all, not to get in that situation, but second of all, if I did, I've got 6 shots and I'm trying to get the hell out of there.
Well, Chica, sounds good, but, you know, it's better than nothing.
That's what I figured. Sounds like it's only slightly better than nothing, but hey, the more you know.
Yeah. And, young lady, yourself at the end.
Oh, well, my name's Karen Storm, professor at the university here, specializing in fairy tales, folklore, and the like. And let's just say I have a very complicated past with a very violent group of people. People being a loose term. And for right now, it might be safer if I just don't tell you about that part.
We've all got secrets here. I understand.
Yeah, let's just say I sincerely hope we never, ever run into any of them, because if we did, we're dead, so.
Suffice to say, if any of you run into the things I hunt, and the three of you notice Violet sort of flinch a little bit as he says that, well, I hope it never happens.
Same.
So,
You notice you might notice Petra lean back and tense up just a little bit and become pensive after Lucas says that.
Karen is much more serious than she ever is.
anyways, these
Noticeably.
things, I think there's a connection. Violet thinks there's a connection. I'm guessing, Karen, that you think there's a connection.
Bringing back some of Karen's spirit. I mean, how often do people die of X-Wing grenation while falling down the stairs?
Exactly.
Actually, one more to add to the list, maybe. I just talked with a mother and her teenage daughter from my father's church, and well, there's definitely something in, and I named the address.
You were there?
Yes, I was there. Definitely.
What did you feel?
Well, I looked around the house, went into the basement. I felt the usual cold chill up my spine, and then I noticed a sort of heaviness. Door slammed shut as we were walking out of the house, and then I'll list out the various things that Lydia and Anna had reported. So I got him out of there.
Good. Impressive. Good work, Chica.
Well, I've tried to tackle it without knowing before.
He sort of cocks his head at you for a moment. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm still here.
That's never the solution we want. Do you mind if we go and take a look at this place? Tonight?
Tonight? I mean, if you know what you're doing.
We won't go in. I just want to get a look at the house. We can start to... I'll tell you what. Yourself, myself, Maya. We'll go take a look at the house. We won't go in. Karen, Vi, you can stay and sort of do what you can to figure out what's going on.
I mean, if you think splitting up's a positive idea.
At the very least, it gives us more than one option.
Technically, you do know way more than I do, so I am unhappy at this fact.
All right. Well, I want to work with the three of you, so I tell you what. Let's stay here tonight. There's no one in the house. Not like we have any rush. I'm personally not very good at this research thing, but maybe tonight that's what we should do.
I mean, to be honest, how much can you get from just driving by a house? I'm kind of interested to learn that. If there's something you can get.
Depends. Depends on the night. Depends on the thing.
Was it very active while you were there? Petra?
Oh, I think it was starting to be. And to be honest, so long as we're not planning on trying to exercise the thing right now, I think splitting up seems like a decent idea. You and Violet seem to have this intelligence gathering more under wraps than the rest of us.
What did you notice when you were there last time?
I just listed everything, but I guess I start listing things again. So. Oh,
okay.
You just need me to remind you. So basically, I noticed just that creeping sensation as I was coming up from the basement. Also noticed a sort of heaviness to the house as we were walking out. The door slammed very resoundingly. And also, Lydia and Anna had mentioned a number of things in the house, such as the usual, like flickering lights, noises, the event with the blouse, that kind of thing.
The last one is the 4, but that's okay.
What?
The last event with the blouse is number 4. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So, are you guys going to split up? Yay, nay?
I'm in favor.
Because we're just driving by, really, right?
That is the idea. Yeah, nobody's going to go in. You're just going to go to the property and check it out.
Yeah, I'm not in favor of going in without knowing what's going on, but...
No, it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
And I will take the time that I spend with Violet to not only find out more information, but to, like, I might be a little bit of a fangirl about meeting a witch, but I try to keep it on the DL. Not great, least successful, but I try real hard.
Okay. We'll get back to Karen, you, and Violet. Petra,
in the meantime,
Maya, as the two of you drive up to the house with Luca. The three of you get out, and the wind sort of begins to blow. Luca's long black leather cloak sort of ruffles around him. And you see in the window the form of sort of a obscure shape that you can't quite make out. And as you look closer, the form of a young man in some sort of suit, and then the suit turns white and his skin pales and drains. And with a slam, the door opens. And we're going to end it there for tonight.
I just had to go through in my head how a door would slam open, but then I got there.
Okay. I mean, if you shove a door really, really hard, yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Closing down the stream. Goodbye, stream.
goodbye, stream, and hopefully you'll meet us next week.